What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answers. So anything you hear, anything you see in these end times, may you test the spirits, aka take the words and visuals back to prayer with God, as there are many Decepticons running around these end times sent from the enemy. Had that strong, close, and personal relationship with God. Good, great, awesome. All right, let's talk about the September 12th dreams here. Just a two-parter. All right, so the first one, this one has so much symbolism to it, so follow, all right? Because this is so important. So I had a dream that there was this big, ditch. So it was separation in the ground to create a ditch. But at the start of the dream, it was a bunch of people I know, believers. They were all believers. They were carrying tires, different size tires on their backs, on their hands, just carrying it down. We were going downwards. Now, no, this has nothing to do with hell, ditch, not the same thing. There's a symbol to this whole thing. So tires, everybody's carrying like really big tires, medium tires, or small tires. But everybody's walking all the way to the bottom of this ditch, right? And all of a sudden, the tires that are stacked up at the bottom just fall on people. Now, it doesn't hurt them, it doesn't crush them, but it just falls on them. Everything collapses on them that they're carrying. And then you can literally see like the tires from the bottom of the ditch all the way to the top piled up. There was no way that people could get out of this ditch. So I ended up like climbing out at the speed of light somehow. Like it was so fast, it felt like how I did it. Because God wanted me to see what was at the top, right? So there go those birds again. Like I've been seeing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of birds, y'all. This is not a joke. But flying in a circle. When I'm at the top of this ditch, I see somebody of the world pointing and looking down at the believers, laughing, symbolizing the enemy. And people were saying, "Let us out of here. Why would you do this to us? I thought you told us this. Why did you do this?" So that part of the dream symbolized this. This is what the Lord said. People followed man and followed steps, but ended up buried in those mistakes. Only God could get them out. They were mad and yelling, "Why did you lead us here? Get us out." So God was telling me, with this whole idea with the transfer and everything happening, people would be mad once things were received because the believers that digged so much of a hole for themselves, not seeking God and following man and just not following instructions, everything medium, big, or small that they're holding on to that they weren't supposed to do, like the issues or whatever, are going to collapse on them. And they're going to blame thousands of people. And thousands of people are going to blame the ones that God sent to help them in the first place, like me. Everybody that's talking about this, that received it, are going to face such backlash and persecution, getting attacked and blamed for something that they did not do to people. You know, and it just kind of led me, after I got off of Max Live last night, the Lord told me, you now have a target, a big X or a bigger X on your back. People would do this to me too, seeing that I'm speaking with certain people, you know? So people are going to be, this is why you can't be telling everybody what you got. So the people that's on these platforms, I mean, people are kind of going to know that, okay, God bless these people. So the believers are going to attack, that didn't receive, are going to attack those people. Well, I thought you said this. I thought you said that. When I tell y'all, thousands beyond thousands upon thousands were yelling in this ditch up outside to the people that could have been out there, just yelling at them. Why did you do this to us? I thought you told us this. I could not believe what I was seeing in this dream. And I said, oh my gosh. But that's what comes with a big blessing. Now, if you, obviously somebody that's not doing YouTube or like God ain't got you out here like this, clearly you're going to be okay as long as you don't say anything. We're all going to be okay at that. We're all going to be okay, but that's what's going to happen. That is what's going to happen. Just to continue on with this part of the dream, there was a woman that had bad intentions and she was getting arrested. So she was trying to do something illegal with money and she got arrested. So the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous, right? And so God was showing me Mac and what was going on in his direction, what God was going to do for him and all the other believers. So he was a symbol for many other believers as well that are going to get blessed. That God is taking the unclean and making it clean for his chosen people. Do that make sense to everybody? So the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous, but God is going to make that what is unclean clean, what is wrong right. Y'all get what I'm saying? He's going to take that wickedness and take it out for us to receive, the righteous to receive and do the right with what the wicked was doing wrong with, okay? So this is what the Lord said about that part that I just said. I will reveal the evil and judgment will come. Your enemies will watch your success. Many will be quite upset at your success and many surrounding your success. Okay, that's not a coincidence. Hi, birds. Here they go. They saying hello. But he said, many will be quite upset at your success and many surrounding your success. So those that you are connected to, that he's also blessed and brought together, everybody, they're going to be upset with all of us. Yes, believers in the body. And there's already people showing that now. And the enemy is going to use these gateways to attack those who have received. So I do pray that people are doing what they're supposed to do. I do pray for those people in advance that they get pulled out of the ditch that they dug for themselves, not following instructions and following man. Because it's not hard to test the spirits. It's not hard to go to God. It's very easy. There's nothing hard about God. The only thing when it's following him with the journey, that's where it gets difficult. But about God himself, there's nothing difficult about him. He's going to make it simple for you. And he's giving simple instructions. And there are people that are already approaching people certain type of ways that God has sent to help you. You just don't want to do the work. You just don't want to put the effort in. And that's nobody's fault but your own. And you're going to have to take accountability with God if that's you. Because I've had my fair share of that too. I'm like, who is this person talking to? You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, don't bite the hand that feeds you. God is reaching out his hand through his people to help you and lift you up. But you biting it or you ignoring it and slapping it away because all you want to do is hear about the transfer and not the other words, or you getting mad because you don't got the answer. And you just want somebody to tell you everything rather than going to God. That's not a problem of the people that's trying to help you. That is a you thing that you need to take back to God. And I always tell y'all, I'm going to get on here and tell you like it is. I'm going to tell you like it is. I've been saying this that God been having me say for months. Get yourself together and handle the areas and aspects of you that are not strong at the moment with God. If there's a question you have about anything or anyone, take it back to God before running the mouth and getting yourself in trouble. Because death is also coming. That's another thing God kept telling me. Death is coming. And many will suffer that don't see things coming. But don't get it twisted. You could be taken by the storm as well, coming after God's people wrongly. So I pray that people get themselves together, get right, and understand the responsibility of what is coming and the seriousness. And there will be Pharisees too in that ditch that dig the hole for themselves because they put God in a box. So God is going to put your blessings and you in a box until you learn, seek him, so he can get you out of it. There's not going to be any way out of it but God. But if you want out of your situation, the only choice you have is to accept God and take his instructions seriously for the next wave of this transfer. Because many will not receive this. Many are not doing the homework. They're not doing it, but speaking illy of those helping them. God is watching everything you do, and you know who you are if you did it. Don't make that mistake. You biting the hand that God is putting out to feed you information, to feed you clarity and understanding, to feed you knowledge. And it's going to continue. You're going to try to bite them. But the minute you do, you don't want the lion to bite you. Because when God come through, he going to show you who he is. Don't play around with this. Life is about to change as we all know it. So it's going to be up to you to take accountability for your actions, good or bad. You know, God will acknowledge the good things you do, but he'll also get you in check too. I don't get on here to tell y'all what to do. I get on here for God to give me the messages to give you, because he's telling you what you should be doing. So you need to test the spirits with every message. Because the body of Christ is not doing that as a whole like they're supposed to be. That's why people all messed up with the wrong people. So it's important that you realize it's that time. It's that season. You've got to be willing to receive from God. Everybody going to be ready to throw stones. But you better understand, the stones you pick up from the ground, God created. The stones you throw ain't nothing compared to what God will bring from the sky on your life if you are doing the wrong things. And you better understand it. Because I'm seeing too much in the body of Christ with people just saying what they want to say to anybody. I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about anybody. When the person is trying to help you. How that work? Where they do that at? And make it make sense to yourself. Because it ain't making sense to me. It's time to get it together today. Because there's only two sides. Blessed and prosperous. Healed up, happy, peaceful. Chaos, destruction, wrath, bad judgment, death. Your actions and the way you follow instructions with God and for God will determine what side you lie on. Peace and blessings, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.